It's Jenna.
It's Tony.
And we are back with another episode of ITYTI Internet.
Feels good to be back.
Yeah.
We took a little, we keep getting on a roll and then we take a little break.
I mean, it has to do with me a lot because, I have really busy schedules usually. But now it's summer. So we will be on a roll for a while until I get sick.
It doesn't have to do with me because I'm not as cool and popular, so I don't have as many things to do. But we're back, and we're going to bring you another awesome episode teaching you all kinds of internet goodness. And you guys, they should know, all our listeners should know, all of them, should know how dedicated we are. I turned off my fan. What are we going to do in the summer?
I don't know.
Because I turned off the fan because it makes noise when I record.
I can't turn off my air conditioning because my mom is exercising probably, I think, right now.
Yeah, so she has to stay cool. So, yeah, what are we going to do? We're going to have to do our show at 3 a.m. Because it gets hot.
I feel like one day we should do, I don't know, maybe, an episode where we're in person or something. I feel like that'd be cool.
For sure, we're gonna do it. I actually have, and this is all part of technology. I have, I just bought these 2 microphones. They're called lavalier microphones.
Lavalier, okay.
Yeah, very fancy sounding. They clip onto your clothes. You see
Oh, I
TV
know what
people.
those are. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's this, and it plugs into phones, like iPhones and Android phones, and it has 2 of them. So I've been doing tests, it sounds so good and so clear and so nice, doing mobile recording.
So would that make it better for recording?
Oh, it makes it so much better. So I did tests of recording conversations with other people with just the iPhone, and this is mostly for video stuff. And I have a tripod to hold my iPhone. And I did testing with just the built-in microphone and then with this thing, and it sounds completely different.
Really?
Yeah, and it's really worth it. And it was $30.
That's cool.
For this one that has
speaking of
2, yeah.
recording and stuff on your phone, I'm very upset with Android right now because
bum bum bum. I think we need music for this. Should be a segment in the show where Jenna says, "I'm very upset with," and then it could be a billion things. Let's hear it.
I'm really upset with Android recording right now. I feel like the quality's good, but then I cannot send anyone videos because whenever I send someone something, it comes out so blurry. And the audio's terrible. And that's why I really want to. And I just sent you a Musical.ly on Instagram instead of messaging because it would turn out so much more blurry.
Oh, so they're compressing or something? And
I don't know, but I tried to send one of my gymnastics friends a video of me doing something. And I got a text from my Samsung thing, blah, blah, blah. And it tells me, you just sent a video. The other person will not be able to receive it because of Android something.
Because of Android something.
I should not have deleted
That's a very technical term.
Because of an Android something.
I wonder if it's a security thing, or I wonder if it's a data thing, because maybe they put a limit. Because if you're sending a video that's 100 megabytes, not everybody has unlimited data. So that
I have unlimited data, though.
Yeah, but for her to receive it, she would be using data, even without knowing, because you're just automatically sending it.
I don't understand that. I just want to send a video.
Yeah, but that's the point of that's where we are with data at the current moment is, when smartphones first came, everybody had unlimited data because files weren't big yet. But as everybody got HD cameras that could do 1080p that now can do like 4K video, which is 4 times as big. The problem is going to get bigger. So I think that's to protect them, so you don't like send somebody a gigabyte video and use up their whole month in an instant, you know? Even if
Yeah.
you have unlimited, they might not, and they need to spend the data to receive it.
Yeah, but like even if I send something to, example, my mom, and she has unlimited data, obviously too, but it'll still come out blurry.
Yeah, that's them.
That's something that Android or Samsung, whatever, needs to work on.
Actually, that's probably not them as much as it's the cellular company.
Cellular company, let's go. Come on.
Because Android and Samsung and all the phone companies want to give you like phones with bigger screens, higher resolution, better cameras that crunch more data.
But bigger isn't always better though. Like iPhone 6 Plus, it's so huge. You couldn't even fit it in your pocket. That's why I hated the iPhone 6 Plus.
Not even if the screen's big, but the camera, the quality's so high that the pictures and video you're recording are like really big files.
Yeah, like, true. Like when I got this phone, my mom got jealous and she stopped taking pictures off of her phone, and she'd take my phone and take pictures.
Yeah, so like when we put this podcast out, if people subscribe to it, it'll automatically download. And I have a podcast app that automatically downloads, but it only automatically downloads when it's on Wi-Fi. Because if somebody posts like a big episode of something, it'll use up a lot of data, even if I do have unlimited.
Oh, okay.
And if you're not on Wi-Fi, the antenna to get to the cellular network requires more battery.
Oh, yeah. So, that's one thing that's... Okay, sorry.
Go.
So I remember one time I was about to update my phone, and my phone was at like 15%. Okay? So it's like, you may not update your device because this will take up 20% of your battery. Yeah. And that's a thing. Like, with Android's battery being absolutely terrible, that's even worse, that it takes 20% of your battery just to update it.
Yeah, I mean, because heavy, intensive things like, and we learned a little bit about this when we were talking about the Raspberry Pi, when we were talking about that chip on there, the processor, where we put that little metal heat sink to keep it cool. Like, that thing is a thing that's crunching the numbers, doing the math, doing the calculations. And that takes a lot of power, and the more stress you put on it, the more your data you're trying to crunch, the more you're trying to stream or update or whatever, like, then your battery's going to go really quick. So if you send big files to people without them knowing it or realizing it, you can like kill everybody's battery. Don't do it. It's not nice.
If you want to prank someone, prank someone for April Fool's Day, and just like send them a big file, you know? Actually, don't do that. That's really mean. This
conversation that I'm going to bring up, it feels lame and it feels done. And it feels like so 5 years ago. But I'm going to bring it up because we've never had this conversation. Why are you an Android person instead of an Apple person? If you just said battery, we've done it a little, but like you just complained about the battery. To me, like that battery's not an issue. It hasn't been an issue for me for a few years. Like, why would you struggle with a battery that's horrible?
Because of the quality of the phone. Besides the battery, like the camera's amazing. I feel like this has so many new features.
The camera between the new iPhones and the new Android phones are basically the same.
Well, yeah, but like there are cool things. Like like my friend, she's like, "How do you get your font like that?" I'm like, "You can't do that. You just go to settings in this." And they're like, "No, I can only have this font." You can have the font. There's different layouts of your phone, so if you would like less apps on one screen, I really don't know if iPhone can do that. I don't know. I feel like
that's true. Okay, for sure, your Android phone is entirely more customizable. Apple pretty much picks the fonts they want to use, and and you can't really do so much with the front screen with the screens. You can just line everything up in a row. Um, that's 100% for sure. Like, I'm not trying to convince you, but my thinking is Apple is really good at picking the best font. Like, they created a new font like a couple years ago that was designed for mobile devices, for the way we read things, that'll be less stress on our eyes. God, what's it called? Is it the San Francisco font? I don't know. And whenever I look at an Android phone and all the customizing and to me, that all kind of looks ugly. And that's, I guess, just a choice thing, a style thing.
Yeah, I feel like you can do what you want more on an Android or a Samsung phone rather than an iPhone. But I don't know. Like, I feel like it can run smoother. But, like, one thing that I don't like is, here we go again, dun dun dun. Whenever, like, I'll power off my phone and I'll power my phone back on again, the first, like, 10 minutes, I can't even open an app. Like, my phone will lag so much.
So here's where so Android's open and Apple's closed, right? Closed systems. And if you want to put an app on the iPhone, you have to go through their store. If you want to put an app on your Android, you can get it from anywhere. You can get it from Russia. You can get it from China. You can do anything on it because it's open. But the benefit of Apple's closed system is that their phone is perfectly balanced and tuned, mostly, not perfectly, but they can control everything so they can keep things really nice. Think of, like, the park, a public park, and if there was like a private, is there private parks? I don't know. Is that a thing?
I don't think
What's
so.
a thing that could be public or private?
Private school, public school.
Okay. Private schools are fancier, have maybe nicer equipment.
Yeah, but you have to wear uniforms.
Right. So that's the thing about Apple. But you have to like their font. Like, you have to like the way the apps categorize. So it's a choice. But for me, it's like, I don't like
really
wearing uniforms. Oh, the uniforms are kind of nice. And the lunch is really good. And they have a really nice basketball court. Like, it's definitely a balance. And then I'm looking at you as I'm coming home from school, and you and your crazy punk friends in your public school on fire or something, like. Do you think you'll ever change? Do you think there's ever a reason you would change? Is there anything Apple could do that would make you choose an iPhone?
I was actually thinking about, like, not like actually like trading, but I was thinking about, like, what would happen if I traded to Apple. I don't know. I feel like it would have. I mean, I wouldn't have to get used to it because one, I used to use an iPhone 4S or something, really old phone, and then I use an Apple iPad. Well, obviously it's Apple iPad. But like, I don't know. Like, some people showed me these cool features that you can't do on Android. For example, like, if you're really lazy and you don't want to move your finger all the way up the screen to, like, hit an app, all you have to do is, like, swipe down and
the screen can move. Yeah.
I don't have that. I would really like that. I would change if I really had to. Like, I wouldn't complain about it. Unless it was, like, an iPhone 6 Plus. I would not get the iPhone 6 Plus.
Well, that's the old phone anyway. It's 7 Plus and 7. Anyway. But, okay, so.
Wait. Okay, so my friend has the 7.
Yeah.
And then another friend has the 6 Plus. No, the 6. It's, like, the same exact size.
No. The Plus and the regular are.
I'm sorry. I mean the 7 and the 6.
Yeah, like I have a 6S. So the 6S and the 6 and the 7 are the same. And the 6 Plus and the 6S Plus and the 7 Plus are the same. The Plus is the bigger screen.
I don't know. It just like confuses me.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, why?
why what?
Why would you upgrade phones if like it's the same size? Like,
Well,
I would probably have more features, but like still.
I mean, I think like the shapes and designs of phones are pretty much set. All that's going to change is that the edges are going to get thinner.
Like, the Samsung Galaxy S8 just came out. I would, even though it's a newer phone, I do not want the S8.
Why? What's so bad?
It looks really bad. I don't like the design of the phone at all. And like that's one like huge thing that I would not like no, I would not. I do not like the look of the phone.
Interesting.
It has no buttons. I don't know if I could handle that. I really don't know if I could handle that. I'd be like, I just want to close home. How?
Well, I mean, I want the phone to get, because I don't want it bigger. I actually want a smaller phone. I want it to be, and I think Apple's doing really well with this. I want it to predict more. And
What do you mean?
I want the phone, instead of like, oh, how do I close this? Where's the close button? How do I shut down? How do I swipe? Where am I going to look? I wanted the operating system to get smarter, to where it starts to show you what it thinks you're going to want. And if it's right, like 90% of the time, that would be cool. So example, Apple had an event this week and they showed off their new, like some new operating system stuff coming. And one thing they showed for their Apple Watch is a new face for the watch that's called, that uses Siri. Mm-hmm. And Siri is the voice thing, right?
Yeah.
But here it's using Siri not just for voice, but for thinking and guessing. And it's going to start showing you stuff that it thinks you're going to want to see at that time. Like if I woke up and put my watch on, it's going to like show me the weather. And it's not going to show me the weather later into the day because it's not important. But when it's nighttime, it's going to show me, hey, the sun's going down now. It's going to say, hey, the bus you normally take at this time is coming. Oh, that team you like to follow, they just played last night. Here's their score. And it'll start like popping up bubbles that kind of try to guess what you want to do.
Well, that's cool. Like, I would love that. One thing I would like, because you brought up the Apple Watch, I can't buy an Apple Watch. Like, I cannot use one because I have a Samsung. Why is there not a Samsung watch? Like, there's a Samsung. There is?
Yeah, it's already in the third version. It came out before the Apple Watch.
Oh, I did not know that. Is it like the same thing? Wait, what's it called?
Gear. Samsung Gear watch, right? It's changed a lot over the time, and the new one looks like a regular watch, kind of. It's the same idea. I don't know. I can't review it because I've never really played with one. I think smartwatches are great. I think even like even a cheap Fitbit is cool, something that gives you notifications. So
this is not what I was expecting.
Yeah, okay, so you're showing me, I think that's the Gear 3, right?
S3, yeah.
Yeah. That screen is a digital screen. So what Jenna's showing me, I'm going to relate to everybody. I've seen this, is it looks like a traditional watch with like analog faces, but that's a digital screen and that changes and stuff, but it looks kind of old. It doesn't look that cool.
Yeah, no, that was not what I was expecting. Like, is it like touchscreen?
Yeah.
Well, what do you do on
that screen changes. That's a image.
Oh.
It's a digital. It's like a little screen.
I thought that was it.
No, like it'll change and it'll let you do everything. But they're changing their style a lot because Apple Watch is kicking butt as far as watches go. They're the market leader, so.
Yeah, I mean, my friend just got one. See, I'm looking at the S1. This looks a lot better than the S3.
Yeah, they changed. Yeah. Yeah.
This is kind of like
It looks like a smartwatch. It's more futuristic.
It looks
curved
like
the screen.
It looks like the Apple Watch,
curved.
but curved with the not circle, oval,
face.
home screen. I mean, not home screen. Home button.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
I would rather get the S1 than the S. Well, I mean, I'd have to look into it, but
yeah,
looking at it, I'd rather have the S1.
So I don't doubt, and I don't mean to say that Android only copies, but I don't doubt that the stuff Apple's doing with like predicting that Android's also doing it, that Microsoft's also doing it, and you know, whoever does it the best first, everybody else will follow, and that's kind of how it should be. So that's what I want in a new phone.
I feel like Android does stuff after Apple. So, like, Apple will come out with this first.
Yeah.
Like, they came out with the 7 Plus, and we're just coming out with the S8. Right after the 7 Plus.
Right.
Like,
It's very reaction. Like, they're kind of looking
like
at
Apple does it first. I feel like Apple is more original. That's how I feel. Like, I'm not calling my phone out, but, like, I feel like Apple is more original.
Yeah, and part of that is because they're one company and they're smaller and they have more of like a director, you know, like who's the leader at Android or Samsung or you know, I know the leader of Google, Eric Schmidt, but like Apple has like some people who are famous who are kind of like they're artists or directors or something, and they kind of, you know, so there's like they don't make it all themselves, but they kind of, you know, push the vision.
I don't know. And one thing I have to say, Apple has a lot better original wallpapers than Android does. I hate Android original wallpapers. They're so bad.
Here's what I'll say. I'm not going to push you to it, but if you found it on your own, and it would take a couple years because maybe you get a phone, and then you get the watch that goes with it, and then you get the computer that goes with it, and you have the iPad that goes with it. When you have all the stuff the same, it works so well together.
Yeah.
When I walk up to my computer, my watch signs me in.
Wait, what?
I don't have to put a password because the watch can tell my heartbeat and it knows that it's me. So when my watch is near my computer, it turns my computer on and signs me in.
Oh, that's really cool.
When I want to pay for something at Walgreens, I can just touch my watch to it because it's linked to the credit card on my phone. When I want to buy something on the internet, I can use the thumbprint reader on my phone and it verifies. Like, it shares the same browsing history. It shares the same photo files are on everything. Like, all that is really kind of nice.
Like, I'm really surprised I stuck with Android because I can't get anything I want off my iPad. I cannot connect my iPad. And I feel like that's annoying. But, like, I mean, I don't use my iPad for apps. I only use it for this podcast and YouTube. And that's about it.
You know what? I've been using my iPad lately for just watching videos at night to fall asleep. And reading magazines. And that's so different because when I first got it, and for many years, I've always been like, oh, this can replace laptops. Like, I've written stuff on it, like I've done homework on it and stuff, and it's okay. And then
I cannot type on some.
And I actually had external keyboards like Bluetooth and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I could get that too.
And it's okay. And the new iPad Pro, which they just announced this week, does like a lot more that brings it closer to a computer, and that's okay. But we couldn't do this podcast on an iPad. I mean, like the part where I'm recording and editing.
Yeah.
That still takes me and my desktop and my 2 monitors and all that stuff.
Yeah, but actually I think I don't know how this works, but Apple is going to have screen recording now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And the only reason I know is because my favorite YouTuber, Mystic7, he has 2 phones. One for just like his regular like calling, what we use our phones for. The other one is like for Pokemon Go, because on Android you could screen record.
Yeah.
Like without like an app or anything. Like Apple, you can't do that.
Right.
But now they're coming with that.
Oh, that would be useful. Yeah, I think so. Here's where, like, you said Android kind of copies a little bit or follows,
Yeah.
but Android being open, they do let you do a lot of things first. But I think Apple gets there eventually, and when they do get there, they do it a little better. It's probably not going to kill your battery if you screen record a little bit, the way it would on Android.
I don't know if this is just Android, but does Pokemon Go kill your battery too?
So that's a thing
just...
about data. No, I mean, it'll affect your battery a lot because it's using GPS antenna and cellular antenna, and those things, like I said, when you're pulling data, it's those antennas are taking more juice, more power.
But I know Pokemon Go only on my phone only uses 0.01% of data.
It's the data it's using is little, but the connection to get that GPS, it's powering those antennas, because antennas can have different power levels, how strong they need to be. When you're in your house and you're using Wi-Fi, the cellular antennas come down a little bit. That's why your phone doesn't get as hot.
Yeah.
So, wow, we just had our Samsung or our Android Apple old school beef. But okay, you brought up Pokemon Go. What's new in the world of Pokemon Go?
So, right now the game is really, really stale. Nothing's happening.
I got an app update, that's all I saw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just today there was minor bugs, just bug fixes.
Get those bugs, good.
But nothing has been happening for about, I think, since April now.
I haven't played in a couple weeks.
And I remember I used to make sure my app was turned on every day as soon as I walked out of the house. Now it's maybe only to get a Pokemon for my streaks and a Pokéstop for my streaks. And it's because it's super stale. But there are some news. There's really good news, and there's absolutely terrible news.
What? Go.
Okay.
Is this real news or is this data miners?
I think this is real news. I think. Okay. So
Huge
there's 4
if
little
true.
parts. So, yes, this is real news because there's events. But okay. So I'm going to read off of an article from Pokemon Go Hub on Twitter.
Okay.
We're celebrating 2 amazing milestones: Pokemon Go's 1-year anniversary and 750 million global
I should
downloads.
make you do this in a Trump voice.
What? Wait, what?
I should make you read this in Donald Trump's voice.
I don't understand.
It would be funnier. We're celebrating terrific milestones. We got great updates coming. Okay, go ahead.
And you're invited to join in on the fun. Over the next few months, we're hosting a real-world and in-game events planned alongside some very exciting new features that will get you outside and exploring with family and friends.
That was what was so great about it 1 year ago. Like, people were outside, running around in the parks, looking down at their phones, but we were outside and socializing and making friends.
Yes,
getting
that's
cookies.
What I really liked.
Okay.
Getting cookies. So that small part already told us that there's stuff happening. There's going to be stuff happening.
Stuff's coming.
All right, here's my second part. To kick things off, we will be hosting the Solstice event starting June 13th, 2017. This will be an in-game event featuring Fire-type and Ice-type Pokemon and huge XP bonuses for throwing Pokeballs accurately. So that means, like, if you get a great throw or, like, an excellent, you'll get XP. But if you don't get any of those, you won't get double XP.
That's Tuesday. I'm at work. My wife's at school. Okay.
And discounted lucky eggs in the game shop. So, yeah, sorry.
Okay, mini event. Okay.
Yeah, mini event.
Okay, that's always good.
Soon thereafter, you can look forward to a new update focused on a collaborative group gameplay features that will get you playing Pokemon Go in new fun ways. So in that small part, it tells us that Fire and Ice type will be out. And we know the gym rework is coming soon. We don't know when anymore because, like, everything has gone wrong. But Smeargle and Delibird, I think they're both ice types, and they're not released because of the gym rework update thing.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but what I did like, what I heard is collaborative playing.
Yes.
Like multiplayer social stuff.
Which could be hinting toward the legendaries. We know for sure because John Hankey, the CEO of Pokemon Go, said for sure we are getting legendaries, and I think he said for sure in July. I'm not 100%. But we're getting legendaries. So that kind of hints towards legendaries because I really don't want legendaries to just be like you find in the wild and you just catch it like a
so
Pikachu.
what this means for people who don't know everything about Pokemon is these, or is it just the 3 birds or is it other things too?
We don't know which legendaries.
But what's a legendary?
A legendary is a special rare Pokemon. So we've got Mew, Mewtwo.
Okay.
From Gen 1, it's Mew, Mewtwo, Articuno, Zapdos, and
Moltres.
Moltres. Thank you.
And those are Pokemon we haven't seen before. And we shouldn't see, like you said, we shouldn't see them everywhere because they're super powerful, rare legends. So this is hinting that maybe it's not like, hey, you just walk around and there it is in your backyard. It's like, oh my gosh, there's one here. Everybody has to team up to fight it together kind of thing.
Yes, that's how I really want it. One thing that's bad for me is I'm a 12-year-old and I can't, like, just randomly walk out my house and see you because we don't live near each other.
See you, Mom. I'm going at 2 a.m. because there's a bird somewhere.
Yeah, that's kind of bad for me. But, like, I mean, if it's like, but it was a good thing. But that's later in the text. All right, so here's some bad news. Okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
In preparation for these exciting features, we will be temporarily disabling gyms for a short period of time. Dun, dun, dun.
They're turning off the game part of their game?
Yes.
Are the gyms going to be painted? Do they need to be cleaned? What?
I mean, they could be painted and cleaned because that's.
But this is
that's
digital...
advanced features, and they're talking about gyms. That's hinting toward the gym rework update.
But this is a digital world. When an update comes, software doesn't turn off. The new software comes and replaces old software. That's how software works.
I don't really know if it's just gonna be like turned off or all the gyms are gonna literally like you will not see them on your screen anymore.
But yeah, they're turning off a function because they're gonna replace it. I get it. Replace it, make it better.
Yes.
But the way software works is, hey, here's the update, download it. Oh, now all the gyms are different. Not, hey, the gyms have to be closed for a week or whatever.
So I really don't know how they do that. But Niantic did tweet when they close the gyms, your Pokemon that are in the gyms will return to you. So that's kind of bad because then you're just gonna have to restart the entire thing. And I really hope if you're in a gym and they're taking away the gyms, they're gonna give you some Poke Coins. Because like it's really you only get like 10 for battling a gym or like 10 for taking one down.
I mean, okay.
They need to give you something.
They're going to redo things, and they're going to be better, and that'll be cool. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. I'm not going to get excited or interested. They're going to turn things off. Okay, call me when it's cool.
I'm really upset, even though like I don't battle gyms that much. That upsets. Oh wait, hold up. Oh, sorry. That upsets people who are involved with gyms. I just thought of something. Maybe they're turning off the gyms because right now they're trying to fix spoofing, and spoofing mostly happens with. Oh my god! Wait, hold on. I have this whole thing. Spoofing mostly happens with gyms.
Okay, spoofing, for people who don't know, is when people using computer hacked like software change the GPS of their phone, so suddenly they don't have to walk around. They can just say, hey, now I'm at the White House, now I'm at the Empire State Building, now I'm in Hollywood, and you can just choose where you are and walk around and cheat all the Pokemon.
Yes, and maybe they're closing gyms. Okay, so they'll stop spoofing, and they can't release trading with spoofing because then everyone in the world is going to have a 3000 CP Tyranitar. So maybe that tells us that they're fixing spoofing also.
I don't doubt that by taking down the gyms, they're gonna make things better. Hopefully, that's the hope. What is weird to me is that they have to turn off something for some time that they're not even saying. What that tells me is they're not they're under like developed or understaffed, or the problem's bigger than they had. Like someone had to have a meeting with the CEO and said, okay, we could fix it, but we have to turn off gyms for a week. And can you imagine like going to your teacher and say, hey, I'm not going to do homework for the next couple weeks because I don't feel like it, but I'm going to come back better. Like, what's your teacher going to say? So it feels like, really? That's how you're going to fix it? It better be good when you come back.
I feel like that's even worse because right now nothing is happening. Nothing. And now that nothing's happening and they're taking stuff away.
They're taking the game out of the game.
Yes. And
they better do it quickly, and it better be good.
Yes, and because like I don't think I'm supposed to be stressing out. Like I'm just a player. Like Niantic should be the one stressing out. I'm stressing out.
That's because we're weird and we do this podcast. Okay, we'll see what comes.
I'm just shaking my head. All right, so there's two small ones. It's two small articles. There are some cool things in July. Okay, so we're also excited to announce our first ever real world Pokemon Go event coming your way. Pokemon Go Fest Chicago.
What?
This event will take place in downtown Chicago, Illinois, USA.
Jenna, that's where we live, dude.
Park. Yeah.
Is it only coming to Chicago?
I think it's gonna be like, I think so. I'm not sure. I'll check. But
yeah, it's only here.
Isn't that crazy that we live here though?
That's where we live. Oh.
But join us as we celebrate the Pokemon Go community with a ton of exciting festivities. Tickets and more information for Pokemon Fest Chicago will be at PokemonGoLive.com/fest.
Hold on, I'm booking the hotel room. There's a link. You can go to the Swiss Hotel or the Fairmont. I've stayed at both. They're both really great. I recommend the Fairmont a little more. I'm clicking. I want to see how much it's going to cost to make this reservation.
But right here, this could be legendaries, because I think he said, sometime in July it's going to be legendaries. I know, right here, right here, right here.
Right here, right now.
Right?
I am sending a screenshot of this to my wife. Because I like the screenshot where have you gone to the website? I'm gonna make this my wallpaper. Have you seen it?
I haven't gone to the website yet, but
can you see that?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool.
It's the Chicago.
It's colorful.
It's like the Grand Park with Chicago in the background.
Wait, and Mystic 7's gonna be there.
Yeah, your YouTube boyfriend, will be there.
I've met him before
July
in Grant
22nd.
Park. I'm so excited.
We should do a live show there.
Oh my god, yes.
We should.
So are we going? Let's go.
I mean, I'm going to put it in my calendar.
I would like I'll be back. I'm leaving for Puerto Rico in 22 days, and I'll be back like the 16th, I think. And it's that's less than a week after that.
Okay. So, what is this thing that I'm excited about? And the tickets go on sale in 10 days, 15 hours, 21 minutes, 54 seconds.
Wait, is a countdown?
Yeah, there's a countdown.
That's really cheesy. I'm sorry. That's cheesy.
What is it? What is it?
Okay, I don't know. I'm excited, but I don't know what it is. It's something with Pokemon Go, hinting toward legendaries right there. I'm sorry, microphone. I will settle down. Sorry, headphone users. Alright, so I'm gonna keep on reading. So, tickets and more information for Pokemon Go Fest Chicago will be available at PokemonGoLive.com/fest on Monday, June 19th at 10 o'clock a.m. PDT. So make sure you mark your calendars and follow our social media channels to be notified when tickets go live. European trainers can look forward to Pokemon Go celebrations hosted across the continent from June through September in a partnership with Unibail Rod McCall.
Who cares? It's about
shopping
Europe.
centers. And here is something for Japan. Like, you can take me to Japan. Okay, so we will be posting a complete schedule for these events very soon. Also, the Pokemon Company is organizing a Pikachu Outbreak, a Pokemon event in Yokohama, Japan, in August, where they're exploring a unique Pokemon Go experience. Stay tuned for even more details surrounding each of these events in the coming weeks.
I'm excited.
You should take me to both events. First, let's go to the Chicago one, and then you can take me to the Pikachu Outbreak.
You know what I'm not excited about?
What?
Grant Park, Millennium Park in Chicago, July 22nd is
Why?
going to be super duper hot.
How hot?
It's like the height of summer.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be like, today's hot. It's going to be really, really hot.
We can bring... Oh, have you ever seen those things that are super cool where you plug into your iPhone and it's like a fan at the bottom?
Yeah.
You should get one of those.
Yeah, it's going to kill all the battery. We're going to be doing the Pokemon thing.
Oh, yeah, true.
Okay, so this tells
chargers?
me that all those updates you talked about need to be done by this time. What are they selling the tickets for? Because it's in a public park, so like, it better be cool. There better be awesome things there. Who's putting this on? Niantic?
I think it's a Pokemon Company.
I see all their names at the bottom. If it's Niantic, it's probably gonna crash and nothing will work.
Yeah, probably. There's probably I bet there's gonna be like 2 people there, just you and me.
But we'll see what happens. We'll update people in 10 days when we go
Yes.
on sale. When they go on sale.
I am super excited.
I'm looking at hotels because
I'm really glad that they gave me time to convince my parents.
There you go.
There you go.
And with that, we'll leave people. I have some new stuff I'm working on.
Oh, yes.
Do you know about Twitch?
Twitch, isn't that... I think that's a live gaming place or something?
Yeah, it's mostly video games. It's like live streaming.
Yes.
It's mostly video games. People do other stuff on there, like make music, sing songs, bake, and crafts.
You, baking.
But yeah, next episode, I will tell you about my adventures starting to be a Twitch streamer. And what
You'll
I'm
be
doing.
a Twitcher.
I am. I've been doing a little twitching lately. It doesn't sound right, but I'll explain that later. But that's a little teaser.
Oh, speaking about like the word Twitch and glitch, my friend is so obsessed with the internet. every time her eye twitches, she'll turn to me and it'll be like, "My eye is glitching." I'm like, that is not.
That's
what?
not the words.
No, that's just not the correct word.
She has a bug. She needs to update, but only at 20% battery. And we know that everybody was on 20% battery before they started listening to the show, and now we've just recharged their phones to 100% with all our energy and knowledge and this awesome show, don't you think?
Yes.
Where can they find this awesome show?
SayWhatRadio.com, iTunes, or any other podcast apps.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also find this on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Just look for I Teach You the Internet. Until next week, so long, Jenna.